right, picture this. You want financial freedom. Maybe it's buying your first home, traveling the world, or just being able to afford the basics without worry. But here's the problem. Prices are going up, way up, and your paycheck, it's barely moving. Inflation is like this monster that's quietly eating away at your money, and it feels unstoppable. So how do we fight back? Today I've got a game plan. Smart money moves you can make right now to survive and even thrive despite inflation. Let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Inflation sounds complicated, right? But it's actually pretty simple. Inflation means, well, that coffee you bought last year, now it's 20% more, but your paycheck didn't get the memo. It's not just about rising prices, it's about our money losing value. It's like we're all in this game where the rules keep changing, and if we don't keep up, we're out. Quick question, how much was your last grocery bill? Actually, don't tell me, I don't want to hear it, but seriously, that's the reality we're dealing with here. Here's the truth, inflation is brutal, especially for us 18 to 30-year-olds. Think about it, we're trying to save, invest, maybe even afford to live on our own. Inflation's that annoying voice saying, oh, so you wanted to save? Good luck with that. And don't even get me started on rent prices. Raise your hand if you feel like your wallet just vanishes on payday. Yep, me too. Inflation doesn't care about our goals, and if we don't start making moves, it's going to get a whole lot harder to reach them. Smart money moves you need. Strategy 1, invest in inflation-resistant assets. Let's talk solutions. First up, don't let your money just sit in a savings account. With inflation, that's like watching it melt away. Instead, put it into assets that can keep up with inflation. Think stocks, real estate, or even precious metals. Now, I'm not saying to dump your whole paycheck into Bitcoin or buy a house tomorrow. Start small. Look into low-cost index funds or ETFs, even a fractional share in a company you believe in. The key here is to make your money work for you. Speaking of making money work for you, there's one more overlooked place to stash cash that can totally protect you from inflation. More on that in a second. Strategy 2. Build a side hustle that generates extra income. Let's face it, a single paycheck won't cut it in an inflation-driven world. We need multiple income streams. Consider a side hustle, freelance, sell digital products, or even start a small online business. Got time for Netflix? Then you got time for a side hustle. Side hustle's greater than binge watching. Trust me on this one. Section 4, building financial habits that fight inflation. Tip 1. Embrace a budget that prioritizes investments over expenses. And budgeting may sound boring, but it's actually a superpower in fighting inflation. You want a budget that puts investing first. Set aside a percentage of your income for investments, then savings, and only then for expenses. It's like pay yourself first. Only now you're paying future you, who's probably sipping a latte at an inflation-free cafe somewhere nice. Tip 2. Prioritize skills over stuff. Here's a big one. Start investing in yourself. Skills like coding, copywriting, or data analysis are assets that actually grow in value over time, unlike the latest iPhone. Inflation-proof skills pay the bills and they appreciate over time. Invest in yourself because that's the one asset inflation can't take from you. Section 5, create a rainy day fund that's actually accessible. Next tip, the rainy day fund. Inflation means prices can change fast, so having a fund that's easily accessible is critical. Try a high-yield savings account. Yes, they're making a comeback. It's not massive returns, but it's better than letting inflation eat it all away. All right, so that's how you beat inflation. Remember, you don't have to just survive. You can thrive even in a tough economy. Invest in smart assets, build extra income, and protect your hard-earned money. And if you're curious about protecting your finances in unpredictable markets, check out my video on why the crypto market crashed and what you can learn from it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more tips on building a stronger financial future. Let's make 2024 your year to beat inflation.